Hey guys, welcome to The Neutral Show. This is the first ever episode of The Neutral Show. It's a show that I'm going to be putting on the channel where I talk about controversial and insane topics that people really don't want to touch on. But don't worry, I'll make it very entertaining, I'll make it very easy for you guys to follow, and I'll make sure that you're all comfortable sitting here and talking about it. That's the whole point. I want to help people. And if you want me to help more people, subscribe to this channel. Now, today we're going to talk about false rape accusations. False rape accusations happen all the time. It all started back in 2020. In 2020, I was very scared because I've seen stories of people all over the internet being accused of crimes they didn't do. And in 2023, that's when it got worse. In December of 2023, I'll never forget, December 28th, 2023, I had my first full-fledged hallucination. And that was last year, my first full-fledged hallucination. And it was basically about these girls, and they were coming up to me saying I raped them. And I looked at the internet to see if there was any solutions, and I saw a bunch of videos talking about the same thing. These women are lying. They're saying they got raped. They didn't. They never did. Now, I'm not saying that women never get raped, but both men and women never get raped. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that a lot of these women coming up these days, especially these days, they're lying about being raped. And here's a great example, football players. Football players that get drafted into the NFL have, as we saw on the stage this year, the majority of them had white girlfriends. Now, I don't mean to dump on white girls, but a lot of white girlfriends, they usually would accuse their football player boyfriend of rape. And what I mean by that is not the main, it's actually a small majority, but it's still enough, because a lot of the people that went on stage at that ceremony where they were getting drafted were accused of rape. And if there were any black women up there, they never did. They never accused them of rape. Most rape cases are made by white women. And I know this is a crazy topic to talk about, but we also have to remember that this is America. The United States, actually. America's from the northernmost tip of North America to the southernmost tip of South America. That's America. We live in the U.S. And in the U.S., we put white girls on a pedestal. Everybody wants to be with a white girl. The Indians want to be with white girls. The black guys want to be with white girls. The white guys want to be with white girls. The Chinese want to be with white girls. The Japanese want to be with white girls. All the boys want to be with white girls. And they even have a name for it. The white girl phase. They have a name for girls that like black guys, snow bunnies. And even I like white girls. But the problem with it is, it's like, it's not their fault, but it mainly, the white girls are the main people accusing others of false rape accusations. And these false rape accusations come from them, and then there's nothing that anyone else can do because, you know, once you're accused of a false rape accusation, there's no going back. For men, this is for men. Some women, it's the same case, but mostly men. For men, they get accused of rape or sexual assault, go to prison, and if they get bailed, their life is not the same because nobody wants to hire them. Because like, oh, you raped someone? Yeah, we don't want you here. They can't get jobs. They're on the street selling drugs. Let that sink in. Once men are accused of rape, I'll repeat it. Once men are accused of rape, there's no going back. Most courts don't even look for evidence, even though it's there. Most courts don't look for evidence. They just say, okay, you raped her, alright, well, we're gonna put you in prison. Now, why on earth would you just believe the defendant, the prosecutor? The prosecutor is always being believed in these cases of rape. Why? Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but because of all the resources that the United States government has given these women against rape accusations. Now, this is because rape was happening at a fast rate back in the day. A lot of girls, there was not much technology like cell phones, and there weren't computers where you could go on the internet or voice chat or any of that. So you couldn't really get to a place of help unless you get to a telephone box or to a police station, which half the time they don't make it. Which is why they made all these resources. So it's not a bad thing, but the resources have had a bad outcome because now there's women faster than ever before. It's going at a really fast rate. I want that to sink in. It's going in at a very fast rate. These women are accusing men of rape at a very fast rate. The next part of my hallucination was that a boyfriend of this girl, he thought I was looking at her, checking her out. So he tried to get justice. So what he did, he would follow me into my house and tell me not to do things. He tried to arrest me. He called me a person that divided the country because I wanted to be a rapper at the time. So he said, "Oh, you rap about drugs, violence, sex." Even though, if you check out my song that I'm releasing soon, by the way, dropping new songs soon. Check it out on SoundCloud. Link in the description. It'll drop in a few weeks. These things, you accuse me of all these things that rappers do. But I don't rap about stuff. I'm a conscious rapper. I'm like Common or Kendrick Lamar. I rap about common stuff. Like stuff that needs to be addressed. And I don't just do anything. I don't just rap about it. I do what I need to do to make sure that stuff doesn't happen to people. I am friends with a lot of people that have gotten raped. I can tell when they're telling the truth and they're lying. When they're lying, they do. This is how you can tell if someone's lying or not when they get raped. I'm not an expert on this, so don't check me, but this is what I've learned. For a person that did get raped, they usually are very silent and don't come out about it until a long time later, because they're afraid that the rapist might come after them even more, or they don't want to come out about it because they're too scared. A person that did not get raped and is accusing the person of false accusations usually comes out immediately, calls the cops, whines about it, gets to the court so they can get the money. They don't care about arresting the guy. They want the money out that guy. So they go to court. So if the girlfriend of that, or any girl that's accusing you of rape is taking you to court, that's instead of the police, that's already a red flag. Now this video is obviously most made for people that are accused of false rape accusations, and also that were accused of any other false crime. Here's a great example. Michael Jackson. Do you believe that Michael Jackson touched those kids? Do you believe that Michael Jackson touched those kids? I don't. Because here's the thing. Michael Jackson has 2 bedrooms. One on the first floor, one on the second floor. He said he wouldn't ask kids to go in the bedroom with him, but they would do it anyway. And the thing that people don't understand is the kids will sleep on the bed in the first floor, not the second floor. Michael Jackson had 2 bedrooms, yet they still accused him of rape. And also, the people behind the accusations, one of their mothers was a criminal mastermind. She literally stole from a store and convinced the person that she didn't steal. The people behind Michael Jackson's rape accusations were criminal masterminds. One of their mothers was a criminal mastermind. So what does that say about the case? He didn't do it. So what does that say about people that are accused of false rape accusations? They didn't do it. We need to understand. False rape accusations happen all the time. And we can't let them slide like this. And it's mostly women that are accusing men of false accusations. I don't care if it's offensive. This is the truth. So what we need to do is we need to not stop believing in rape accusations, of course we should we should at least, if someone says they got raped, look into it. Look into it. Look into it deeply. Look for evidence. Don't just jump to the conclusion that they got raped, because they could be lying. For a person that says they didn't rape the other person, look at the evidence, because they could have raped them and could just be lying. So what I'm saying here is, if the next time we accuse someone or any man or woman of false rape accusations or rape accusations in general, we should look into the evidence instead of just throwing them into prison. That's just not fair. Thanks for watching this episode of The Neutral Show. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. See ya.